The question we're asking ourselves in this new series is simply this: how can I be more effective and more purposeful and more productive? The key word there being more. In my purpose pursuit, how can I be more effective and more productive? That's the question that we are attempting to answer in this series. And we've already started laying the groundwork for this, and today we're going to continue laying some bit of groundwork so that we can build onto this foundation, even as we discuss this important topic, this important subject. You are supposed to be effective in your life. I am supposed to be effective in my life. I use the word supposed because even if there was no one commandeering you and no one disciplining you and no one forcing you to be effective, if you are not, your spirit will tell you, your heart will whisper to you. There will be some knocking, some yearning, some desire, or something inside of your spirit telling you that something is off. Until the moment you start becoming effective with your life, you will always find that there's something off. And probably you might try to sort out that situation by doing this and doing that and going here and going there and buying this and buying that. But unless you are effective, nothing is going to remove that urge or that feeling or that unease from your life. Let us stay tuned for this.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
The world of enhancement these days has become a multi-billion-dollar industry a year. I'm talking about enhancements in various ways. You want to enhance your beauty, you want to enhance a member of your body to be bigger, longer, whatever it is. There are purported solutions for that. You want to enhance a particular section of your physique. Of course, there are all these purported things. You want to enhance your sex life? There are purported solutions out there. I mean, there's just a lot of this going on. But let me tell you one thing that we need to enhance. We need to enhance the effectiveness of our lives of purpose. Because at the end of the day, you know why I'm saying that? At the end of the day, all these other enhancements, they're going to count for nothing. When the curtain is pulled on our lives, when you look back, all other things that are not about us being effective with our lives, with our purpose, with our productivity, they fall for nothing. And they bring us a ton of regrets. And the problem is that at that moment in time, when the curtain is being pulled on our lives, there is nothing you can do about the regret. I don't know, I've never died before, but I just figure, I'm a theorist, I'm a big time theorist, that at the moment you're dying, you wish that there was no regret. The moment you're dying, you want to be a smooth transition. You want to have your heart as light as a feather. But the heaviness of heart at the deathbed and the fighting of death, like you don't want to transition to the next life, is characterized by a life that has not been effective, has not been productive, has not been directional, has not been intentional, has not been purposeful. That is what happens. That's my theory. Well, if I am wrong, then I think you're going to be happy. But if I'm right, we've got to do something about this. We've got to start talking about how in the world can we enhance our effectiveness on earth. And I'm going to give you some couple of pointers here. But before we can go there, we're forming this massive background. God says, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth and subdue it. That is the first thing He told the human. To be fruitful, to be effective. And I said yesterday, to be effective and to be fruitful is not about giving birth, having sex and giving birth. He didn't need to give the guy the command to be fruitful in terms of having sex, because it's natural. It's already there. This fruitfulness I'm talking about, this intentionality, this effectiveness, is for some reason not a default for the human. It has got to be something. It got to be something that we go out there and we lead ourselves, intend. If we don't intend, we will not be effective. I'm going ahead of myself. So anything short of being effective did not even cross the Creator's mind. That let me just create these dudes for this, just no. There was a reason, there was an intention, there was a design. The design was not just physics. The design was not just the physique of the human. It was together with the intention, intuition, the spirit, the purpose, and the productivity of that particular man. And I know you people normally talk about giving God glory. Giving God glory is not about lifting your hands up in church and worshiping when Hillsong is going on. That is not about giving God glory. I do believe giving God glory is doing the very thing He meant you to do, capacitated you to do, give you the capacity to do it. That's when you're giving God glory. But you can be in church raising your hands up and so on, and you are not being effective and productive in your life. Don't think that is giving God glory. I think God was very particular about us being fruitful. So you and I cannot continue leading a life that lacks direction and impact, just living to pay bills, looking for miracles if we can find them. There's no problem with getting a miracle. I could do with some miracles, by the way. But you notice one thing? If that was the default mode of operation, that's what He should have instituted at the Garden of Eden, at the point He was telling people to be fruitful and to multiply and to have dominion on the face of the earth. He would have just instituted miracles. And everything we needed to do was to plug and play the miracles. You need a financial miracle, plug and play. You need a miracle for a baby, plug and play. I know I'm being cheap here, because there are some people on the face of the earth today who will do with a financial miracle, who will do with a miracle for the baby. Those are exceptional circumstances, and I'm 1,000, 1,000,000% on board with miracles happening to people in exceptional circumstances. Extraordinary circumstances. When your back is against the wall, you do with a miracle. You need a miracle. Go get it. May God grant you the miracle that you need. May God grant you the financial miracle, the physical healing miracle that you need, the family relationship miracle that you need. May God grant you in your extraordinary circumstances. But in natural, normal, ideal situations, He wasn't for miracles. He wanted us to be effective. He wanted us to be productive. He wanted us to be people who pursue our purpose. And there are some things that I want to discuss even here. If we appear in life as if we are in need of help and handouts, pity, perpetual favor, the outlook of effectiveness is drastically tilted towards being ineffective. I mean, we become so ineffective when we are cheapening ourselves to feel like we are here to be helped. We are here to be lent a hand. We are here to be pitied. I don't think that the crown of creation, the glory of the human being, was to be pitied. I think the glory of the human being is to be effective, to be productive, so much so that God gets the glory at the end of the day. God high-fives himself and says, that's my boy, that's my girl down there. Did you see what she did? Did you see the creation that she did? Did you see that startup that she started? Did you see? That's my girl. And I sent her to do exactly that. Gives God glory. And I know if an atheist is listening to this, is like, what in the world is this guy talking about? I'm not going to go there. I wanted to say something, but I'm not going to go there. Productivity, listen to me, is the intention of the divine over the human. I don't think there is anything else. I don't think that a God whom we are told has always been existing from forever creates a human so that the human can worship him, so that he can feel good about it. Well, someone will give me several scriptures towards that, but it doesn't make sense that that's the original design for the creation of the human. The original design for the creation of the human tells you what God gave the human to do immediately after he created him. He said, be fruitful. In other words, be effective, be productive. Be effective, be productive, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, subdue it, have dominion on it. That's what God sent the man to do. So it's not like he's craving for worship, like, if we don't worship him. We were told at some point in time that if we don't give God glory, in fact it's Jesus Christ who said, God is able to make the rocks to cry out. If we don't give him glory, he's able to make the rocks cry out. So it's not that he's craving for that per se. I think God just wants us to do what he created us to do. It's just that simple. And as we do that, then he's pleased. When you send your kid to do a particular project, you give the kid instructions to do a particular project, and the kid executes to the dot, it gives you glory, it gives you pride. I mean, you're happy. That's the same thing with God. And I'm not making this simple. But productivity is first of all a matter of divine intention. It is not delinked or delineated from the divine. Productivity is a matter of divine intention. When you are productive, it is because the divine wanted you to be productive. When you are effective, it is because the divine wanted you to be effective. That is what they wanted you to do in the first place. You are not being productive from out of the blue. You're being productive because you are a person of purpose. And you're a person of purpose because that's how the divine created you. This means that we can have the wherewithal to be productive and effective if we dare the divine to give us the tools of trade that are needed. If we ask, if we seek, if we knock, we will be given every single thing we ever needed to be productive, especially in the things that we are passionate about, the things that we have been given capacity, gifts and talents and abilities, things that are resonating and matter to us in our hearts and in our spirits. Tomorrow we'll continue discussing this pertinent subject, and I want us to look at maybe 3 things about effectiveness tomorrow, even as we are launching into seeing how in the world can we be more effective, how can we enhance our effectiveness and our productivity in life. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.